turn. Let's go. Na turn by turn. Hey, hey, hey. Turn by turn. Turn by turn. Obi wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na jagaban turn. Turn by turn. Obi wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Join me to sing na city boy turn. Turn by turn. Obi wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na city boy turn. Turn by turn. Atiku wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Turn by turn. Na sáré dògúnbọ̀ turn. Turn by turn. Obi wait for your turn. Obi wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na sáré dògúnbọ̀ turn. Turn by turn. Biafra wait for your turn. Biafra wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na sáré dògúnbọ̀ turn. Turn by turn. IPOB wait for your turn. Oh yeah, wait for your turn. Turn by turn. Na city boy turn. Turn by turn. Tinubu is working. Hey, Tinubu is working. Nigeria is doing well. Tinubu is working. Nigeria is doing well. This is our prayers. Turn by turn. Na city boy turn. Turn by turn. Abeg wait for your turn. Hey, hey, hey. I salute you wherever you are, guys. This is another wonderful time. Another wonderful moment. You know, the city boy movement is here. This is another wonderful moment for us to have a wonderful time. Are you getting me now? Yes, Tinubu is working. We are doing well already. Do you know why? Because the right foundation has been set for progress. If you want to build 32-story building, if you want to build 50-story buildings, very tall building with different levels, about 50 floors, 32 floors, my brother, the number of time that it will take you to lay the right foundation that will be able to hold that kind of building, 32 floors, 50 floors, my brother, the time that it will take you to build that strong foundation is different from the time that it will take you to build a bungalow in your village. Are you getting me now? And the type of foundation that you are laying, the type of foundation that you are laying will determine if that your building will be successful, if that project will be successful, and not just successful, if the 50-story building will stand or not, and for how long is it going to stand. The type of foundation will determine that. In fact, people that are walking around, passerby, when they see you, as they are doing that project, when they see you pass by, they will say, I thought they said this building is going to be 50. How come 50 floors, 50 stories, how come the foundation is not strong? My brother, if you want to see success, if you want to know how you want to go out far in life, you need to build the right foundation. That is what the city boy is doing. The foundation has been laid as we speak. We are already on the path of perfection. I get me now? Because Nigeria is back, guys. I want to tell you a story. Very wonderful story. You see, I remember the time that I follow IPOB Biafra people. That is why they don't like me. Because they know that Nsima knows a lot about them. If you are seeing them fighting me, what you need to understand is that these people know that I know them better. It's a very short story I want to tell you. When I used to follow the IPOB people today, as you see them, Biafra people, many of you have been asking me, Nsima, but you follow them before? I say, yes, I follow them. Because I've always been wanting any good thing, anything that will bring good thing to this country, to Nigeria. I've always been looking for any good thing. I have always been participating in conversations, in discussions that will bring good thing to this country, Nigeria. Now that we have finally arrived it, me that have been so inquisitive, passionate about development in Nigeria and across Africa, my brother, I have been so passionate. It means that I will be able to have the good eyes. I will be able to understand when this one is the right one at this particular time. You see, I have followed these IPOB people. As you can see, there is nobody that did not know me in IPOB Biafra. I use my platform, my media. This is my media today. This is my Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Today that they want to, all of them, they want to shut it down. They are having meetings to come and report my pages. These same pages was the same pages I was using to help spread the propaganda and fake media, fake news of IPOB. And guess what? They thought that we did not know that they are spreading fake news. They thought that they did not know that they are running a propaganda. I want to tell you a story, just two propaganda of IPOB that we already know that they are running a propaganda. They are all doing this. I follow them thinking that, okay, maybe they are the best. How many of you know when Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB call everybody in Nigeria a zoo? How many of you remember when Nnamdi Kanu was abusing the pastors and bishops? How many of you know when Nnamdi Kanu told us that Buhari is dead? How many of you know when Nnamdi Kanu said that Akwa Ibom is part of Biafra because General Philip Effiong, was part of the people that fought as one of the military that supported Biafra? So I want to tell you that we understood all the propaganda of IPOB. But I was in the media then, supporting Nnamdi Kanu, supporting Biafra, supporting IPOB. Because at first, I thought that Nnamdi Kanu have genuine intention. Are you getting me now? Because he presented as if he has genuine intention. But guess what? We understood that it was a propaganda and fake news. How do we know? The height of the matter was when Nnamdi Kanu was sharing a story that General Philip Effiong, many of you know General Philip Effiong. If you go to the pages of IPOB people today, Biafra people, they say General Philip Effiong. General Philip Effiong was a Akwa Ibom man. One of the army was in the, of course, the team or the soldiers as at that time that was supporting Ojukwu. Are you getting me now? Now, when that story of Nnamdi Kanu sharing the story that Akwa Ibom people that General Philip Effiong was second in command of Ojukwu, that is why Akwa Ibom is part of Biafra because General Philip Effiong was second in command. Now, my people back home in Akwa Ibom, they were asking questions. So how come General Philip Effiong was buried, died as a poor man? He was never recognized. He was never celebrated. His family today, difficult to be reckoned with because of how General Philip Effiong was treated by the Nigerian government, simply because he supported Ojukwu during that time. And it was not only General Philip Effiong. There were so many other people from other tribes, Yoruba tribe, even the Ijo, all of other people that supported us at that time. But the story of how Nnamdi Kanu singled out Akwa Ibom to praise Akwa Ibom that, because General Philip Effiong was the second in command of Biafra, of Ojukwu, that is why Akwa Ibom was or is Biafra. We went in to do some findings. We discovered a lot of things that General Philip Effiong regretted ever joining Ojukwu in their Biafra war. Because Ojukwu Biafra war was a personal interest. Even Ojukwu deceived some of his brothers from the southeast. It was not for national interest of anybody. It was for his own personal interest to become a leader or to take over the army as at that time, because he was among the people, one of the militaries, among the maybe senior officer in the military as at that time. I get him now. We went further to find out from the family of General Philip Effiong what really happened. I get me. It was true that General Philip Effiong was part of the people who stood on the side of Biafra, Ojukwu Biafra, to be fighting on the side of Biafra. But one remarkable thing happened, okay, that General Ojukwu ran away from the country. When Ojukwu ran away from the country, he went on exile. He escaped everything and was on exile for so many years or some whatever period. And then he came back when his own brother, Ekweme and whatever, had a chance in the government. He negotiated his way out of the terror, of the punishment that Nigeria is supposed to give it to him. But guess what? Ojukwu never negotiated for General Philip Effiong from Akwa Ibom. I want to repeat that. I want to repeat it. I said, when Ojukwu deceived General Philip Effiong and ran away from Nigeria on exile, after deceiving almost all the tribes from the eastern region, after dragging all the tribes from the eastern region, as at that time, of course, Nigeria was into different regions. Eastern region, the western, I think, the west, and the middle, whatever, how did we call them as at that time. So Ojukwu ran away and went on exile. It was only when his brother, Ikwebike or whatever they call themselves, he negotiated and came back. And guess what? When he came back, Nigeria gave him a state welcome. But you know what? Ojukwu never remembered General Philip Effiong. I want you to think about this story, because all these IPOB Biafra people, they think that we don't understand what is going on. See, this guy, Ojukwu, after he deceived everybody, went on exile, came back, negotiated with his brother, Ekwebike, and other people. You understand me? And other people in government at that time, that he was given a state welcome. Not just a state welcome alone, no. He was given a state welcome. He was appreciated. Nigeria recognized him, and he was absorbed into the Nigerian system again. And he was given the opportunity, to set up a political party, the ABGA that you see today. And after setting up the political party together with other people, he was given the power, the ability to run in election in Nigeria that he wanted to destroy. But guess what? The striking story. Ojukwu never remembered General Philip Effiong. Ojukwu never, all his life, all his activities, Ojukwu never referenced General Philip Effiong. They didn't even mention his name. General Philip Effiong died as a poor man. General Philip Effiong died a shameful death. Up to today, nobody recognizes him. They don't even mention his name at all. But you see today, you will see them celebrating Ojukwu every day. Because you know why? This is the DNA in the blood of the IPOB Biafra people today. They know if they use you and you are no longer in support of them, you are no longer supporting them, what they will do to you is to blackmail you, to sabotage you, and they try as much as possible to kill you because they don't want you to expose them. That is what happened to General Philip Effiong. Can you imagine that if General Philip Effiong was a second in command to Ojukwu came back, after he came back and negotiated to be part of Nigeria again, he never thought about General Philip Effiong, the Akwa Ibom man, his second in command. My brother, think about what I'm telling you. We know the story. This is a very important story I'm telling you. We went and met our elders. Our elders never wanted to participate in anything IPOB Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu never met with our elders in Akwa Ibom to even talk about his Biafra. That is how we knew that Biafra was a fraud. But guess what? Me, Nsima, as the first son of Idu, as a strong man, I was still part of it. I was still following them because I needed to dig deep the root of this matter. If not, today, I would not have been able to come and stand here today to tell you what I'm telling you. Our chiefs, our elders never wanted to hear or see anything that has to do with IPOB or Biafra. The only people that wanted, that tried, it was people like us, young people like us. When they come and deceive us, maybe they just carry some things and give some young boys, they will go and shout. But our people already knew what really happened during the Biafra war. How Ojukwu deceived, force everybody into his personal war and destroy the people of Akwa Ibom. Up to today, our people can never forget the destruction that Ojukwu brought to Akwa Ibom people. So when Nnamdi Kanu came on Radio Biafra and started telling us about his stories and all of that, we were laughing. Did you see any Akwa Ibom person join him? Did you see any Akwa Ibom person join them? No. I was the only one because I needed to know what is going on. We went and researched. We went to the grave and the family of General Philip, and they told us the story of everything, how he was part of it, how he participated. But we knew what really happened. That Ojukwu, after he came back, he never talked about General Philip. He never remembered his family. He never negotiated for his own pardon. He never welcomed him. Guess what? General Philip died as a poor man. He was buried without any recognition. But Ojukwu was recognized. When he died, they buried Ojukwu with Nigerian flag and they gave him a befitting burial. But guess what? They never gave a befitting burial to General Philip. That's how we know the propaganda, the gimmicks, and the wickedness of anything that have to do with Biafra. But I was still joining them. I was still following them. I was still talking because what I actually wanted was the betterment of my people in Akwa Ibom. When I remember the story of the IPOB people, not just IPOB, the Southeast, the Igbos, abusing the people from Akwa Ibom, my brother, they call us all kinds of names. Even up to today, they are still doing it. Think about it. They say Akwa Ibom people, we are house boys and house girls. We are gate men, we are gate man, we are gate woman. They run a propaganda that, Akwa Ibom people, you are Igbo. They run a propaganda that Akwa Ibom people, your name is not Akwa Ibom, it's Akwa Ibo. They change it to Igbo name. I was still laughing. I was still part of them. I was still listening because I really need to understand what is actually going on. Do you understand my story? I really wanted to understand what is really, really going on. They continue with that story. Akwa Ibom people, you people, house boys, house girls, you don't know anything. Oh, look how they are using you people, house boys, house girls, gate man, and all of that. They call us all kinds of names. It was only the Igbos that call all those kind of names. To the point that anywhere the Igbos they go to the north. Remember, they travel everywhere. They travel to the north. When the north asks them, who are these people? They say, we are the only Igbos in the South. That Igbos are the one in charge of the South. They lie to the people. So if we go to Lagos, they call us Igbos as well. We say, no, what do you mean? This is the propaganda of the people. When Nnamdi Kanu started telling us that, that Fulani wants to take our land, that Fulani, we look at I send people to go to my villages and to my town. We discover that if there is anybody taking over our land, it is the Igbos. They open shops every nook and crannies of everywhere in Akwa Ibom. I did not see any Fulani open shops. I did not see any Fulani all over Akwa Ibom. It was the Igbos. I was still listening to Nnamdi Kanu. I wanted to really understand what is really going on. I'm telling you an interesting story today. Because all of them think that we are fools from Akwa Ibom, from all those places. They wanted to colonize all of us in the eastern region. That is what the Igbos wanted to do by Ojukwu. I'm not talking about the generation of today, because some of the people in the generation of today are people who still, some of them, not all of them, they are completely different. But I'm telling you what they wanted to do to us. That is why they never wanted anybody to know that there are other tribes in the south side. They call us Igbos. They say, if you listen to their argument, they say, Sima, do you think that the Yoruba people will recognize you as Akwa Ibom people? They will always regard all of you as Igbos. They said, do you think that the outside people, or the North, or the Fulani people, they will recognize you as a separate people? They will always take you people as Igbos. I say, really? But today, that story is different, because everybody can see the heart of anybody who talks about Biafra or IPOB. Is a desperate heart, is a heart of wickedness, is a heart of poverty, is a heart of stealing, criminal. They want to convert everybody's property and everybody's land and claim to be the only one. That is what we see today. But they thought that we did not know. We listened and we joined them. They continue. Some of our places in Akwa Ibom, they took it over and call it Igbo name. They took it over. We know it. I don't want to go deep into that conversation now. But what I'm telling you is a reality. We understood everything that happened. You understand me? So this is my story. This is one of the stories. The second story was when Nnamdi Kanu, how many of you remember? Every day there's a video, pictures of Nnamdi Kanu showing everybody how Buhari is dead. My brother, is Buhari dead? Very important question. Is Buhari dead? How many of you remember the effort of Nnamdi Kanu trying to convince everybody that Nnamdi Kanu is dead? I joined them. I was part of the people who spread the propaganda. That is how I know that IPOB Biafra is about propaganda. There are no good intentions. It's about spreading propaganda. When they see something, they twist it into something else. They use something that looks like truth to change it into something else. That is why today you see them talk about Biafra, okay? You see them talk about Biafra as if they actually want Biafra, but they don't want Biafra. What they actually mean when they talk about Biafra is to take over your land and to be the one in charge. If they are in charge, you will never hear them talk about Biafra. You know, one thing you need to understand is that even today, that is demonstrated in all their activities, in all their propaganda, in all their fake news. Many of you must have seen the video lately by one of them is it on channels? Was it on channels? Arguing the fact that he needed more ministers, that the Southeast need more ministers, that Tinubu should give them more ministers. That should tell you what that simply means. The argument was like, other people are getting more ministers, so the Southeast must get ministers, even if they did not support the president, even if there is a sense of entitlement. When you listen to Odius Okalu said, oh, that Tinubu should add one to become the 6 that he used to be. Get the point. But thank God today, the truth is actually coming out. Today, we can understand that General Philip Effiong, because General Philip Effiong supported Ojukwu as just like any other army or soldier in the military as at that time, due to their same threat of today. Ojukwu and General Philip Effiong, they work together because of the same threat, the way they are threatening everybody today. Are you getting me now? And any other person from Yoruba land, their armies or from the Yoruba land that supported the Biafra side. Their armies from Nigeria, from Akwa Ibom that supported the Nigerian side. We know the story. We know all of them. We have all of their story. So the propaganda that because General Philip Effiong supported Ojukwu, that is why Akwa Ibom is Biafra, is false. They have used it for so many years to deceive so many people. But we needed to dig deep into that lies to discover or to uncover the truth. And my people, even in Akwa Ibom, knows that because General Philip Effiong supported Ojukwu in his political career that led to Biafra war, does not mean that we have anything to do with Biafra, because Akwa Ibom, there is no Bia in Akwa Ibom language. There is no Bia, let alone Fra or Biafra in Akwa Ibom language. We speak Ibibio, we speak Anang, we speak Efik, we speak Oron. There are so many other languages which I don't even know in Ibom, in Akwa Ibom, in Ibom nation as a whole, in fact, if we want to talk about Nigeria, you cannot remove Calabar, Obong of Calabar. So it was our own kingdom that these people from the southeast was trying to take over because they were jealous. Just like how what's his name? Is it Nnamdi Azikiwe and other people? They were jealous of what happened in the West. The Awolowos, how the West, they were progressing. They built the first school, international school, first television was in the West. The West, they were waxing strong. The economy was so strong. But because the Ojukus and the Igbos, they were the leaders in the eastern region, the economy in the eastern region, they were not flourishing. They were jealous of the economy of the West. They started advancing because they were in the military to take over every other place. Do you understand that story now? So we have uncovered their lies long time ago. That General Philip Effiong, because supported, was in the army with Ojukwu as at that time, and they plotted the coup of 1967, does not make Akwa Ibom to be part of their bia or their fraud. Today, everybody can understand the Akwa Ibom people is not Igbos. We are not Igbos. Yes, we intermarry, we may be related just like every other tribe in the country. We intermarry, we related. Even Senator Godswill Akpabio, the uncommon Senate president today, is also married to Igbo woman. And we intermarry to every other places. Does not make us. We have our own identity, our own language. We speak our language. You need to listen to the Senator Godswill Akpabio in the house. You would know that this is not Igbo man. You understand me? So it's a big difference. But this is a deceit that they have deceived the North or the Yorubas or the West for so many time. That one, I blame anybody that have been deceived, because you are supposed to do your research. There are over 350 tribes in Nigeria. Today, the tribes that are causing problems the more are the tribes from the southeast of Nigeria today. That one is very, very clear. So the issue of Buhari is dead. That Buhari is dead. That they cloned somebody in Aso Rock. That the person is Sudan, Jubril, Sudan, was another story that exposed the criminality in IPOB and Biafra. But we continued because I was in the media. I get me now. I was in the media, but we understand what is going on. The height of it happened when 2015, 2019, they were running a propaganda that, oh, don't participate. Biafra people, don't participate in election in Nigeria. They were using IPOB for political activities. And in 2019, Nnamdi Kanu himself wrote on his Twitter page that there was a deal that was signed and sealed. Up to today, nobody in Akwa Ibom knows the deal that was signed and sealed by Nnamdi Kanu. It was the only people in Igbo land, from Igbo, people that work with him, that knows the deal that was signed and sealed by Nnamdi Kanu. That alone worried. It was another something that makes me keep thinking, but we left it. Because they say in IPOB, it was what they call it is command and control. See, my brothers and sisters, if you are listening to me and you are from the southeast, you should be happy that you have a president like Tinubu, because all this thing is going to be crushed. I can tell you, in few weeks to come, all this IPOB is going to be crushed. Because you see, if you don't know, IPOB and Biafra, they say they operate what they call command and control. If you say anything that is contrary to what they do, they will come and kill you in your house, they will come and poison you, or they scatter your family, or they destroy your businesses. That is what they do. That is what they do. We have evidence of what we are telling you as we speak. We have evidence, lots of evidence. I don't even want to talk about the one that they do to me. This is part of my story. So when I was supporting them, they call me all kinds of names. They praise me. Oh, Nsima, the only wise man from Akwa Ibom. This and that. They stop calling me Nyambri. They stop calling me house boys and house girls. Until when I started asking that question, do you know what they started doing? They started calling me Calabar Bobrisky. When you see them, they say Ziba Calabar Bobrisky. House boys, house girls. They started abusing me. Did you see it? So the same thing that they did to General Philip Effiong, they started doing it to me. Because I was no longer supporting their criminality. It was at the height of it. The reason why I did not support them anymore was when I discovered that they are the one involved in the criminality that is going on in the southeast. It was never anything that has to do with Fulani or anybody killing them. They are the one that set up the unknown gunmen or terrorist group. They call them different names, terrorizing the people in the southeast. I was like, no, how can I support something that is bringing death, tears to my people? No. That is one of the things, you understand me, that I hate the most. That they are using their IPOB Biafra to be killing their brothers and sisters. No, I can never be part of that. I want something to be good for my people, not to set up an organization that is terrorizing the life of my people, making life difficult for my people. They got mad. So this is the story I want to share with you today. That, that you see these people that you are seeing here today, maybe they know what they are doing, or is a way of maybe making money in their quest to deceive Nigerians, or that they are being marginalized, or that they want Biafra, or that they want anything. It has nothing to do with the good of anybody. It is criminality. It is complete criminality. And the federal government must punish this criminality once and for all. Ojukwu was pardoned. And that is why today, another generation of Ojukwu criminality is rising up. Because they thought that since Ojukwu was pardoned, another person will be pardoned. Ralph Wasurige was pardoned, another person will be pardoned. This is a complete criminality that must be crushed. Because now, what they are doing now, you can see them all over the place. Even in Niger Republic today, we saw the video of the IPOB people, Biafra people, of the Igbos shouting in Niger Republic that, we don't want this. They are plotting evil everywhere. If you go to different places, they write all kinds of articles trying to ridicule Nigeria, trying to ridicule the president and all kinds of things. But it has all failed. Are you getting me now? What do they want to achieve? They want to achieve criminality. They want to cause destruction. Their intention is not good. They want the president to fail. They are not just interested. Their mind is to destroy everything so that they will not have a reason to say, you see, we say, give us Biafra. You see, Nigeria can never work. That is their intention. They don't have anything good. But we are happy today, most importantly, that there is nobody that do not know who that is the cause of the problems, the propaganda, the fake news that they are spreading all over the internet today. That is one of the most important things that I'm so happy for today. One of the most important things that I'm so happy. So that is the story that I wanted to tell you. There are more stories, but this is the story that is related to this IPOB Biafra. Because I have seen some people coming to my inbox. They say, oh, Nsima, why are these IPOB people, Biafra, why are they insulting you like this? Somebody even said to me, Nsima, go and bury your mother. Go and bury your mother. Go and bury your father. Somebody was like, why are they so mean to me? So I'm using this opportunity to explain it on this live program so that I won't be responding to people one by one. The reason why they are doing that to me is because I once supported them until I discovered the criminality of IPOB Biafra people, and I was no longer in support of it. And I came out and exposed the criminality of IPOB Biafra people. That is why they are not happy. So that is why you see them in my inbox, in my comment section, even as we speak, because I'm not even looking at my comment section. You will see them abuse me. You will see them call me all kinds of names, So one person even said to me, during that campaign period, somebody said to me that I will not wake up in December. That if I sleep, I will not wake up. Somebody said to me that if they see me physically, that they are going to pour me acid. So people are asking me, why are they so mean to you? This is what happened. Anybody that will expose the criminality of IPOB people, that is what they do. They come to you by night, either they kill you, they pour you acid, or they will kidnap you. That is the criminality of IPOB and Biafra people. That is what they have been doing. That is what they have been doing for a long time. That is what they do to my own brother, my own sister. His name is Cosmos. They almost killed Cosmos. I don't even know if Cosmos is still alive today. That is what IPOB did to my brother Cosmos. Do you know what they did to my brother Cosmos? Because during that time, when Nnamdi Kanu was shouting Biafra, Biafra, and putting a Akwa Ibom inside their map, My people in Akwa Ibom say, how come you are putting on? We don't even know what is going on. How come? So that my brother Cosmos, he went and wrote a constitution that if Akwa Ibom have to be part of your Biafra, look at what and what has to be done. That we, for example, Akwa Ibom people, we are the people that own the resources. So this is how the constitution will be. Do you know what they did to that man? To that my brother? They almost killed him. But God saved him. Are you getting me now? So if you look around today in Nigeria, who is stealing people's land? Who is trying to take over people's property? Who is trying to invade people's land? You will see that it's the same IPOB Biafra people. No, look around. Whether you are in Lagos, whether you are in Akwa Ibom, whether you are in River State, check your neighbors, check the people that you go to buy things from. Check who is trying to take over your land. You will discover that it is the IPOB Biafra people. So what IPOB and Biafra people are talking about today is the opposite. Remember that story is no longer there. They are no longer telling you that Fulani is coming to take over your land. Are you hearing them again? Do you know the reason why they cannot say Yoruba is coming to take over your land? Because it's a thing of shame. Because everybody will understand their code. That is why they don't know what to use. Because they have been using this for the past 8 years. They say, oh, because Buhari want to Fulanize Nigeria. Some say Buhari want to Islamize Nigeria. You get it now? That story has changed. Do you know why? Because they have seen that the Buhari that they said is dead is not dead. Buhari is alive. They saw him. They know. That is why the second Niger bridge in Anambra today, none of them talk about it. Because they don't want to give credit to the fact that Buhari actually built the second Niger bridge for them. Are you understanding the story? So this is why, please, those people coming to my inbox to message me, to tell me, oh, Nsima, why are these people abusing you like this? Some of you, yesterday, because the reason why I'm doing this, I saw one of my follower. He was so mad. Even two people, they were so mad. Yesterday, in fact, you go and listen to the program yesterday. They were so mad that they the kind of prayers that they were praying, that Nsima, you will never die. Because this is the IPOB people, they have been saying all kinds of things, doing all kinds of things, because they don't like anybody that will expose them. They don't like that. Look at it. They are doing the same thing to Asari Dokubo. Do you know why they are doing to Asari Dokubo? Asari Dokubo actually worked with IPOB Nnamdi Kanu himself. Asari Dokubo was training the Nnamdi Kanu boys as at that time. Do you know why? Nnamdi Kanu told Asari Dokubo that it's just to protect their forests, that, oh, Fulani is coming. Asari Dokubo was the one that trained them far in Cotonou or somewhere there. So Asari Dokubo understand all their games and secrets. That is why they don't like Asari Dokubo anywhere they see him. Anybody that is exposing them, they are mad. They are not happy at all. They feel like, oh, this person is spoiling their game. You understand me? So what is going on today is because they begin to see that, man, all this our story will never work anymore. I get it. All their fake propaganda will never work anymore. They know they are not happy anymore, that it will never work, and they are so mad that how come this boy from Calabar is exposing us, and then if they want to change the game, they say, oh, Nsima do not like Igbo people, he's hating on us. It's a lie. What my discussion and have nothing to do with Igbo people. I am talking about the criminality of IPOB and Biafra, what they are doing and their criminality, and they think that nobody knows their criminality. IPOB deceived so many Igbo people up to today as we speak. Do you know that so many people believed everything that Nnamdi Kanu said and IPOB? That is why today, some of them are still believing what Simon Ekpa is doing. And guess what? Most of them, they stay in the US. Some of them, they have spent their life in the US for 17 years. What a shame. So many people were caricatured and deceived. We were never deceived. There is another spirit in us. We were never deceived. but we were part of it. We followed them. They say Nigeria is a zoo. We say, oh, Nigeria is a zoo. They say Buhari is a zoo. We say, oh, Buhari is dead. Because at the end of the day, we will actually know the truth. In fact, there was a time I made a video. I said that Nnamdi Kanu challenged Buhari to speak his language for food. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was using to shine. Telling his brother that, that man, he was showing us ear, he was showing us a face. Oh, that this ear was cut. This is not the same mouth. It's no longer, look at the mark. That mark is not there. That is why when these pictures surface of people starting to tell us that, oh, it's not the real, it's not the real Nnamdi Kanu. How many of you saw that video, that picture then? There was a picture then that everybody was sharing. They said, oh, this is not the real Nnamdi Kanu. When Professor Soludo went to visit Nnamdi Kanu, let me show you the picture. Can you see the picture? Can you see the picture? Now, if you that is on YouTube, it's going to be on YouTube. You might not see it now. If you're on YouTube, you will see the picture of what I'm trying to share. There was a time that they said, oh, that was not Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing that Nnamdi Kanu did to Buhari, they started doing it to him. They started cutting his head. And we were talking about it though. This is my sister. All of them, they joined them. You understand me? We started talking. They cut people's head. They cut his head. They say Nnamdi Kanu head is big here. They say it's not. We follow them. Because we understand the criminality that was going on. And that the federal government gave them a chance. They run a propaganda for 8 years during Buhari. So they think that they can do the same this time around. But it has failed. It has failed big time. Big time. The propaganda of IPOB cannot succeed in this time. See, let me tell you something. The propaganda of IPOB cannot succeed in the city boy government. Watch. You will just watch what is going to happen. They are now beginning to see it. Do you know how they know? All of them are now calling our president. They are now asking for more minister. But the same time, you are abusing the president. The same time, you say the president is illegitimate. The same time, you are taking, you say you are taking him to court. You is not this and that. But now you are beginning to know that is really the president of Nigeria. You are now seeking for minister. Did you understand where the game is? So if you see the idea of their Biafra, they think that using Biafra is a way for them to get the heart of people and to get maybe sympathy or appointment or to cause a problem to get attention. We love the city boy because the city boy is the man that will actually put this to an end. Do you know why? You have watched how the city boy have handled it. He's not responding to any of their rubbish and their criminality. That is why they hate Tinubu. Even Nnamdi Kanu knows who Tinubu is. That is why they hate Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu hates Tinubu so much to the point that during the NSAS, they say they should go and burn Tinubu house, burn this, because they know who Tinubu is. So I'm asking, you think that Tinubu will forget everything that you said? He's not forgetting, but he can play a smart man as he is and a patriotic Nigerian. I will pardon you, but he's not. There is a punishment. If you are wondering why are the Igbos, especially the IPOB Biafra people, so much in hate against the city boy, so much running of a propaganda against the city boy, is because they know who the city boy is. They know that if the city boy is the president of the country, that there will be never anything like Biafra. He's going to crush them. And you're going to watch. Is a dead matter. You see all those ones, they can only stay on social media. That is why when they ask Simon Ekpa, why don't you go to your Biafra land, in your land, and do this your politics? And do this your politics. He said, no, that I'll learn from my lesson. I learned my lesson from what happened. I don't want to risk my life. They know. They know the propaganda that they are running. This time around, it has come to an end. That is why all of them are making effort to bring down Tinubu government. They started by Obi. Obi shared the same idea with the IPOB Biafra people. Everything that the IPOB people talk about is what Obi said in this court case. Obi knows that, that Tinubu defeated him and Atiku. Obi knows. If you see the court case, it's not talking about rigging of election. Go and check the court case. All they are talking about is that Tinubu is a drug baron. Tinubu has a double, what do you call it, passport. Simple. So what? And this is the propaganda that Nnamdi Kanu has been running for years. This is the propaganda IPOB have been running for years. That Tinubu is a drug baron, this and that. So Obi and his team of Biafra lawyers, they put everything. They just put the same story of IPOB in the court. They don't have any bearing, any other compensation. Are you getting me now? So Obi depended on the fact that if it's true that that Tinubu is a drug baron, it's going to be disqualified. Or if Tinubu have a double what do I call it citizenship, that is going to be disqualified. But they are forgetting that Tinubu is originally a Nigerian, and you have every right to get any other citizenship if you want. Tinubu was born as a Nigerian, and then you can as well, as long as you are born as a Nigerian, you are entitled. You can become a president of the country. So there's no difference. So they are so angry that Tinubu is in that seat because they know who Tinubu is. Every rubbish will be crushed. Every rubbish will be crushed. Today, people know Tinubu more today because of IPOB people. And guess what? They think that when they share their fake news, that it will affect Tinubu. They don't know that they are helping him to spread his message and his leadership across Africa because Nigeria is back. There is no place you go now on social media, anywhere, even on the international media, you will not hear them talk about the president. Of course, I don't know how many of you have seen the interview of the spokesman, the official spokesman, Ajuri, on the Niger Republic issue and all of that. The Tinubu is back. Nigeria is back because they don't know, as they keep spreading the fake news, many people are uncovering the truth of who that man is. The city boy is on the throne. He defeated all defeatables. And that is what gave birth to my topic today. Tinubu is working. We are doing well already. The price of fuel or anything do not affect anything that city boy is doing. He is setting the pace, focusing on the right thing that is going to bring this country back on track. Are you getting me now? Why do we need dollar? Why do we need pounds? It's because of the people who are doing import and export. It's because of the black market people. When we start producing our made in Nigeria product, my brother, what are you talking about? And this is the focus of the president. For me, we can't advise the president much to the fact that we know that the city boy with 30 years of experience knows a lot about the country and how to bring and position the country at the right path. We understand that the city boy, our president, is not even disturbed. His focus on his mandate, to what? To deliver the country and to put Nigeria on the right track. That is why they are so mad. Today, they have changed their sit at home to EED, Economic Empowerment Day. I'm so much happy that they are beginning to see that their shenanigans and propaganda in this government will never succeed, will never pay them. And in case they are part of the people thinking that spreading fake news or abusing people will pay you in this administration, my brother, wake up. And guess what? It's not just going to stop in this administration. Because as I'm talking to you, the next president of the country, the next team, there is already a template for how this country is going to be moved forward. Take Lagos, for instance. There is nothing else that can change it. So as the city boy crushed all the criminals, they are gone and they are gone forever. And it's happening already. The language is gradually changing. Yesterday, we saw the DG, the WTO DG, Director General, is Nkosi Ikonjo-Iweala, with the president in Asoro, having meetings with the president. We were thinking that they are going to fire her and abuse her, just like the way they normally abuse people. But they did not. They did not. Though we saw some write-up that they say, oh, that Ngozi said, oh, that she has been receiving recent call, some abusive calls. People are calling her, abusing her, and all of that. And some say, no, that statement, she's not the one that said it. All this propaganda is no longer working because we know how they have been misbehaving before, how they have been wrong. My brother, follow who no road. Oh, I keep saying this. Follow who no road, because if you don't follow who no road, my brother, your life will just waste, just like the IPOB Biafra people from the southeast. I pity for so many people who have followed the propaganda of IPOB. Today they are nowhere to be found. Today most of them are gone. And guess what? People like Simon Ekpa, people like the DOS, who command the people to go and die, they are not even in Nigeria. They die. Innocent people just die for nothing. They burn people's shop just for nothing, and then they are still alive. They are still alive. And you will hear them say, oh, so many people, they are going to die for this struggle. Yet they are not dying. No. You will hear Simon Ekpa say, many people will die in this struggle. Yet he's not dying. Because if he's dying too, there will be no Simon Ekpa telling other people that they are going to die. But guess what? That is their mentality. And their brothers don't understand. Especially when they give them £1 or they give them small money, they will turn mogul. They will go and do all kinds of things and they will die in the process. As I'm talking to you, the federal government is cracking down on all the hideout of all these criminals, IPOB Biafra people, as we speak. I love this government. Do you know why I love this government? They don't do like Buhari. Every time they will be reporting rubbish. Criminals are not meant to be reported. They are criminals. As I see, so many hideout of IPOB Biafra people are being taken down by the government. They are gone. That is why they are not happy. Are you getting me now? The next stage now, as you can see, what they are saying, they say, oh, they want to go and join Russia. They want to go and join Africa, Mali, Burkina Faso. They want to join any other person to cause destabilization in the country. My brother, go and check what the city boy will do. You'll be shocked what the city boy is going to do. As we speak now, of course, I believe that all those issues in Niger Republic is already settled as I'm talking to you right now. Because in fact, the city boy has initiated all kinds of negotiation and his leadership skills in every region. Now, guess what? The Tinubu is not just trying to resolve the issue in Niger Republic. He is resolving it across Africa. All those regions that have issues. He's already in Mali. He's already in Burkina Faso. He's already in other places. As I'm talking to you, this is the reality. The city boy government is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It is the government of unity and competency. Mark my words today. In case you don't know, the issues in Niger Republic is already settled. Is already settled. This conversation, you hear it first from here, is already settled. Do you know how? Because the city boy is the master of the game. Somebody said to me, they came to my, they said, oh, Nsima, why are you praising Tinubu? Why are you praising somebody who failed? How do you describe somebody who failed? In case you don't know people that failed, how to describe people that failed? Failure is when you leave your own deteriorated region and go to another person's region and say you develop Lagos. You say you develop Akwa Ibom. You say you develop River State. That is failure. Do you know what is failure? Failure is when you leave your own space to go to another person's land to claim that Lagos is your land, Akwa Ibom is your land. Do you know what is failure? Failure is when you leave your own deteriorated space to go to another space and say you develop it while your own is not developed. Do you know what is failure? Failure is when you don't know that your governors in the southeast is the cause of your problem. That is when that is real failure. When you cannot hold your governors accountable, that is real failure. Failure is when you see a man like Obi, a man who failed as a young governor in Anambra State, couldn't achieve anything, use the resources of the state for his own personal use. And today you praise him and say he's the best man that you have, all of the Igbo land. The best man you have is Obi. That is failure. Failure is when you run a propaganda for the past 8 years, 10 years of IPOB Biafra. All you could achieve is to burn down the Southeast, is to tell your people to sit at home every day in the Southeast. Failure is when you travel abroad for 17 years, 20 years, you live in America, you say you are Igbo, you are educated. The only thing you can do is to sponsor terrorism in your Igbo land. That is failure. Failure is when you go abroad, you see how technology, life is advancing. People are bringing technology, apps, different things, innovations to their place. China traveled to America, they brought technology back to China. Singapore traveled to UK, America, they brought technology back to Singapore, back to China. But what the Igbos, in the name of IPOB, Biafra, traveled to America, traveled to the UK, traveled to Germany, traveled to Finland, what they can bring back to their people in Biafra land, as they call it, is sit at home. Not technology, not good life, not prosperity, sufferings and tears. People running away from Igbo land. That is failure. That is the true definition of failure. That is failure. So Tinubu has not failed. 2 months and few days or weeks is not a failure. Because you are living in denial. You don't want to face your fears. My brother, can't you see that it's a thing of shame? That you live abroad. The only thing you could sponsor is to bring money to sponsor terrorism online for your people to be suffering. Not technology, not building schools. So people who try to go to school, you flog them and say, you sit at home. My brother, free yourself from this criminality from the Southeast. Free yourself from this Biafraism or Iberiberism of the terrorism of IPOB criminality from the Southeast. Free yourself. Free yourself. Charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. Begin now to cover yourself in shame if you don't develop your Southeast. You don't have mouth to abuse any other person. Develop your place. Make it to be like you want it so that you can now begin to have mouth to abuse other people. Start from home. Make your place a better place before you can start abusing other people. That is failure. It is failure when today you say you are Biafra, tomorrow you want one Nigeria, the next day you want Obi to be your president of Nigeria. The next day you say, oh, they must give up. It is failure. It means you don't know who you are. You don't know your identity. That is failure. Failure is for generations. You could not discover that Ojukwu was a criminal who deceived and brought tears to Igbo land. That is failure. Failure is when you lie and broadcast lies to your people and children. That today, even the children, look at that small girl, Mesoma in the south, is from Anambra State, where Obi come from. She cheated. She wanted to cheat and get result, increase her score. That is failure. Failure is when the older generation, the elders in the land, could not educate and tell their people the truth in the southeast. That is failure. That is failure. That is failure. So don't tell us that Tinubu is a failure. Because as you can see, Tinubu is doing the right thing. Just that you don't just like him because he's not the one that you supported. As we speak, there is nobody that can stand and tell us that he became a rich man from Igbo land. There is no other tribe that can stand and tell Nigerians, I became rich while doing business or while setting up a company in the southeast. There is no Igbo, there is nobody. There is no tribe that can boast of it. But you boast of becoming a billionaire in Lagos, become a billionaire in Akwa Ibom, become a billionaire in River State. Do you see? Do you see what we are talking about? Can you now understand? That is failure. We know that you claim to be the most educated. Whenever we say something, you say, oh, look at this Calabar boy. My brother, I'm Calabar. My tongue is Calabar, Akwa Ibom. I am proud of where I come from. Even the English people, they have their own tongue. If the Yorubas have their tongue, the Hausas have their tongue, the Indians have their tongue, who am I? I'm proud of where I come from. I'm from Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom people, we are indigenous and we are genuine people who are not going about crying because of fuel, because of food, because of marginalization. No. We own the resources. We are not crying. We are not weeping. And that is who I am. Next generation, I will come from Akwa Ibom. I'm proud to be who I am. Today, you are no longer proud. That is failure. You are changing your name. If you want to call into program to change your name, you lie. You say you are from Edo, you are from Delta, because criminals look for somewhere to hide to do their propaganda. Even the faces and names you use on Facebook, fake names. How can you develop your nation? How can you make a life better for your people? When you use fake names, fake pictures, fake everything on social media, all you do is to think of bringing anybody's down. I watch how these IPOB Biafra people, anybody that speak anything good of Nigeria, they go on that platform and try to shut it down. There is nobody that they have not abused. Because somebody is saying good about the country and trying to promote unity and peace. They say there's no peace. They want to cause problems to make a point. That is failure, guys. That is failure. So I challenge you. Is there any tribe in Nigeria that can come out and say, I made it while doing business in the Southeast? I made it while doing trading or running my company in the Southeast? There's nobody. There is nobody. Is that not of a concern to you? You don't care? My brother, wake up. Wake up from your slumber. The people of the Southeast, wake up from your slumber before it becomes too late. Wake up from your slumber. You see, let me tell you something. Some people came to me and said, oh, Nsima, it's a shame that you graduated from Nnamdi Azikiwe in Igbo land, Oka, Anambra, and today you are talking against the Igbos. So I said, no, you get it wrong. I am not talking against the Igbos or any other tribe in the country. I am correcting you. I am educating you. Akwa Ibom man is the one educating you. Because if I did not go to school in Oka, in Anambra, I could have categorized everybody in the Southeast to be the criminals from IPOB and Biafra. I tell you. But because I was opportune to go to school in Oka, in Anambra, I have a balanced knowledge that is not everybody that is a criminal like IPOB Biafra people. At least I know my lecturers, I know my friends today, which they are still my best friends today from Oka, from Igbo land. I can, because if I'm not from there, I would have categorized that everybody in Igbo land think the same way like the IPOB Biafra criminals. Because what is happening today is very, very alarming. How generations will believe the lies of and propaganda of IPOB that Buhari is dead or that Nigeria is a zoo, and they believe it. It's a shame. If I'm from that place, it's a big shame. It's a big shame. Who is going to redeem Igbo people from this propaganda and criminality of IPOB? Because it's now becoming a thing of mockery. That even the Edos and the Delta people, they are using all of you to make skit. They are using all of you to make comedy on social media and make money. You will soon discover that you are a caricature. You will soon discover. Because when the Edos and the Delta people, when they finish using you people to make comedy, you will soon discover it. You will soon discover it very, very soon. Say you say Obi is coming, or Biafra is coming. Your eyes will open very, very soon. I cannot never understand a generation that believe in lies from every year to every year. Believe in lies and propaganda. What a shame. You come to my inbox and be abusing me. It is because you don't know that I'm the first son of Idu. You know, I keep telling all of you that when boys were men, I asked you, where were you? You think that I'm joking. I have seen so many comments. Somebody say, oh, you see, I come to Nigeria. If you come to Nigeria, I'm the first person that will kill you. I say, really? You think that if I'm in Nigeria, you are somebody, I'm somebody that you can even get close? Go and check my pages. I don't use fake names, so I use complete names, my real names. You are using fake names, fake pictures to run your propaganda. So please wake up, because Nigeria is back. Are you getting me now? Your propaganda will never set you free. Now, let me show you something that got my attention today. I'm watching my video. I uploaded a video today, and I was explaining what happened, how the people have been supporting coups, the military coup that is going on in Africa, how they are so ignorant of what is actually going on, thinking that if they support military coup, that will help them to get their freedom in Africa. And I asked them, who are the sponsors of this military coup? Who are the people training this military coup and the armies that is taking over Africa? Some say it's Russia, some say it's China. I said, okay, fine. So if it's Russia and China, how are you free from the oppressors? So you say you don't want France, but you want Russia. How are you free? I say, you guys don't have sense. And guess what? I noticed that the greater number of people supporting the criminality, this their coup, military coup, is from the southeast. I say, no wonder. They always think from their nyash. They always think from their nyash. So I uploaded a video today. I want to read some of the comments that they sent to me, so that you understand what I'm trying to explain. Somebody came to my inbox. Listen, I want to show you something. Wait, I'm looking for the one. He said, my brother, you never bury your mother, and you are here supporting Tinubu. That is number one comment from somebody. He said, come back to Nigeria and bury your mother. This one say, I wonder between this guy and Asari Dokubo, who they twerk pass for relevance. Those are the kind of comments I'm seeing from the IPOB people. And we have been challenging them. And I'm not seeing any good. Look at those. These are the comments I'm seeing from only abuse and threat. I made a video debunking all their lies that military coup is a salvation to Africa. I told them that military coup in Africa is not a salvation to Africa. And I showed them a video of actually what is actually going on. The people that are actually training the soldiers that are taking over Africa through military coups, that these people are not your friend. I told them, because they have seen that I've debunked all their lies, they became so mad that Nsima is destroying our business. You listen to their narrative. They say, oh, the reason why there's a military coup in Niger Republic is because France has been exploiting the resources in Niger Republic. That is their excuse. I said, okay, fine. So what do you think is the solution? If France have been taking your resources, your uranium from Niger Republic, you think that the solution is a military coup? Who planted the military coup? They say Russia. That all of us now, we are now partnering with Russia to defeat the puppet to France. I said, really? Is that what you actually think is your solution? My brothers, we need leaders that will be able to negotiate. Whenever they say yes, yes is their yes. Whenever they say no, no is their no. We don't have leaders. That is what we're missing. It is not military coup. Military coup is never a solution because we don't produce guns, we don't produce bullets. We are not even the one that train those soldiers and army. So if you are on social media supporting military coup and supporting all kinds of criminality, you don't know what you are doing. You are talking out of rubbish. What you need to do is to line up and follow our president. His name is His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the right man for the job. When the city boys said that this is a superior revolution, you don't understand what it means. Africa is back. Nigeria is back. As long as Nigeria is back, Africa is back. It's a superior revolution. It's not a revolution of military coups and deceiving your brothers and burning your properties. It's a superior revolution. Go and find out what the city boy meant by superior revolution. It's leadership, ability to look to any Western forces or to tell them, for you to take our oil, this is what you need to do. Because we don't even have the technology in Africa to develop these things. That is how you think. Fine. If you want to cut ties with people who have been exploiting you, you can cut ties with them. But it's not to cause another chaos. That, for example, you say military coup, you want to take over another military coup will come. Then all of you will start fighting. And before you know it, that your resources is gone. Without you knowing. You can't build your country. I've always been giving example. Look at Somalia, look at Libya, and look at Zimbabwe. Go and read about it if you don't know how it happened. We need a superior revolution in Africa, not the revolution I'm hearing you people talk. You think by coming to tell France and the Western world that they have been exploiting you is revolution? That is not revolution. That is stupidity. What we need is a superior revolution, and the city boy is bringing that style of leadership. The city boy is the one championing the superior revolution. It's intelligence, knowledge, leadership, smartness. That is what you need. And the city boy is doing it. Watch. It's already happening. Watch. I get it, Mina. Watch. It's already happening. There is something else I want to show you that you are not even talking about. That as I try to explain to you, you are not even listening. You are not even listening. I don't know. I shared that video earlier today. I don't know how many people have watched the video, but let me just show you some part of it to confirm that what is going on in Africa is not just a mere noise. It is something that has been planned. So pay attention to this. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this, but I want you to just pay attention to this. Please, just pay attention to this. Now, this man was interviewing your own brother. Guess what? They will come to Africa in the form of NGOs. They will say they want to provide help. They want to provide help to people in Africa. Oh, people in Africa are poor. They bring NGOs. They disguise as NGOs. They come and give money to your brother. They gather all of you. Before they know it, they lure you people into one kind of group and they train you people. And then that's how all of you will turn out to become coup plotters. Just like the Biafra people are willing to become coup plotters in Nigeria. The IPOB people today of Nigeria and Biafra are willing to become coup plotters in Nigeria. We remember when they lost the election, they were telling you that the military should take over. How many of you remember? When the IPOB, Biafra people, obedient people, they were telling us that military should take over Nigeria. So they know always that they are going to be always people that is going to be used as a tool to bring down our government, our society, Africa. They know. Like today, the Biafra IPOB people, they are offering themselves to be used as coup plotters in Nigeria. And I know that the federal government understands what I'm talking about. The IPOB Biafra people, they are offering themselves up to be used as coup plotters in the country. I want you to pay attention to this. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear it. Please pay attention to this.
Listen to this.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
In the last decade, how many Africans has the United States military trained and equipped?
Gosh, I don't have that figure. I can get that figure for you.
Ballpark. Just, how many?
Congress, it would be a wild guess. Right?
Seems like something we should know, right?
Over the years, we have trained a substantial number, especially in the Gulf of Guinea.
So guess what? They use a black man. Can you see that black man there? The white man was asking him, how many soldiers have the US trained in Africa? Do you know who is in charge? A black man is in charge of training your brothers and sisters in Africa. A black man, they have to use your brother, the same color with you, to do it, to be able to achieve this. Just like the IPOB people and Biafra people, they are willing to be used as coup plotters in Africa to destabilize the country. So the white man was asking the black man, how many of these soldiers have been trained? It's a black man. They will always use a black man. Your brother look like you. The true revolution will happen when we know, when we understand that there is no other person external that loves us. It doesn't matter how they sound, that they want to come and help you. They are not helping you. So the brother said, how? He was asking him. He denied at first. He didn't want to tell him how many soldiers have been trained in Africa by the US. You'll be asking yourself, what does Africa want? What does America want in why do they have soldiers in Africa? Have you ever asked yourself? I'm using America as a case study today. But I want you to understand that when you see IPOB people or Biafra people telling you on social media that they support what is going on, they don't really understand what is going on deeply. Because it is beyond that. It is beyond that. The Russia that you are seeing today, they are the suppliers of gas to Europe before, and America, all those things. Then America, the US, they destroyed that pipeline that they were supplying that gas to Europe and everything. They bump it. So now Europe and America, they started connecting gas from Africa, from Nigeria, passing through Nigeria to Niger and every other places. So Russia now coming to make sure that they stop the US and the Europe from getting the gas from us. They started plotting evil. Not just only Russia. I'm using this as a case study. This is a case study. So their interest, everything they are doing is their interest. Africa is the motherland. Africa is where, in fact, Africa is what powers the technology in the world. Because the resources to get the technology running, to get electricity all over the world, come from Africa. Uranium, mention all of them. But guess what? We don't have our own. Do you know why? Because we don't have leaders who can negotiate. What stop our leaders from negotiating to have our own electricity 24 hours since we have the uranium everywhere? You see, we don't have. We only have leaders who will negotiate to keep a greater share of the money without remitting it to the national purse. Those are the leaders we have. Because you see that resources in Africa, they cannot do without it. They need it. So if you have a good leader who knows how to negotiate, no fight, you have to negotiate because you have to negotiate. They need it. And since you don't have the technology in Africa to use those resources available, you have to negotiate properly on your own favor, to your own favor. But we don't have leaders that can negotiate. So I want you to listen to this. How they are using your brothers to train them to initiate military coups in Africa, and you are telling us that, oh, you like what they are doing. Even as we understand what you are talking about, you are saying that we are tired of exploitation of our resources. Yes, it's a good thing. What you are saying is right. But the solution is not military coup. That is what I'm telling you. The solution is not military coup. I just want you to see how this military coup is facilitated. That if somebody else can be the one to come and help you to execute military coup, they give you the weapons that empower you. Don't you think that the people that give you everything can take it back from you? And what will you do? This is what is going on.
Like more than 10,000.
Listen.
It is more than 10,000.
More than 50,000.
I say we're reaching around 50,000 at least.
And what percentage of the people we've trained end up participating in insurrections or coups against their own government?
Did you hear that? The question is, the brother, the black brother accepted, your own brother, your skin brother, accepted that is around 50,000 soldiers that they have been training in Africa. And the brother asked him, or the interviewer asked, so how many of these, out of these 50,000, have been participating in overthrowing their own government through military coups? How many? Listen to the interrogation, of course, the interaction and interrogation. I'm not going to stop here. I just want you to listen from here now. Please pay attention to this.
Very small number, Congressman. Very small number.
So what percentage do you think?
I'd say probably that figure for you.
Ballpark. Just, how many?
Congressman, it would be a wild guess.
It seems like something we should know, right?
Over the years, we have trained a substantial number, especially in the Gulf of Guinea states. But
like more than 10,000?
It is more than 10,000.
More than 50,000?
I say we're reaching around 50,000 at least.
And what percentage of the people we've trained end up participating in insurrections or coups against their own government?
Very small number, Congressman. Very small number.
So what percentage do you think?
I'd say probably less than 1%.
But it does happen.
The IMET program is in force, and we've pushed a significant number through our schools across the.
Yeah, and what data sets do you track to arrive at the conclusion that less than 1% of the roughly 50,000 that we've trained have participated in coups? It'd be like about 500, about 1% of 50,000.
Congressman, you may have that information. I don't at this time. I know.
Well, I know there are some, right? Like go ahead and throw up that image. This is Colonel Mamade Doumbouya, and this is a photo of him. Did we train and equip him in Guinea?
By name, I cannot identify that.
Well, that guy in the middle with the big red hat, Colonel Mamade Doumbouya, that's him with a bunch of U.S. service members outside of our embassy. And just months after this photo was taken in 2021, he led a coup in Guinea and threw out the leader. Does that concern you?
Congressman, core values is what we start off with in IMA programs.
Do we share core values with Colonel Doumbouya?
Core values. I will repeat that. Core values.
I know.
Respect for humanity.
Do we share those values with Colonel Doumbouya?
Absolutely. In our curriculum.
He led a coup.
We do.
Okay, that's a very telling answer. In Burkina Faso, did we share core values with the leader that we trained there who led a coup?
It's in our curriculum. We stress core values.
Curriculum?
Request civilian-led governance.
Wait, hold on. Is leading coups in our curriculum?
Absolutely not.
So
civilian-led.
My question is, do we share core values with the coup leader in Burkina Faso, who we trained?
Holistically, we teach core values.
So, did you hear that? So, what I'm just trying to share, you can go there and look at the video. It's on my page. There are other people sharing the video, but I explain further in that video on my page. So, if you want to go and get it on my page. If you want to listen to the full story. So, the idea is that the military coup plotters is not ordinary. Some people are plotting it because of their own evil or personal agenda. They have their own agendas. So it is not something that when something happens, Nigeria or Africans will just be celebrating, thinking that it's working for them. You are not the one that initiated. You don't know how it happens. You don't know how they are doing it. You get the point? So it is not ordinary. Whatever is going on is not ordinary. We need leadership in Africa. And now we have it. We have a president in Nigeria because the president of Nigeria is the president of Africa. As liberation comes to Nigeria, liberation has come to Africa. So it is time for us to support our own government. support the city boy, support the president, because he's the right man for the job. He has the knowledge, he has the technical know-how, he has the capacity and the people that is going to work with him to achieve success, to achieve that thing that we're actually looking for. It is not by starting coups, plotting coups, military coups that is going to help liberate us. That it does not make sense. Are you getting me now? It does not make sense. Do you understand that? It does not make sense at all. I want you to listen so that you understand that Nigeria is back.
Chief.
Now, pay attention to this. This was a jury being interviewed on, I think this is Ajasera, yes. Listen.
Jury Ngelale is the official spokesperson for the Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, who is also the chairman of ECOWAS. And you're joining us live from the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Thank you for being on the program with us. Look, ECOWAS set a deadline to restore constitutional order in Niger. That deadline passed almost 48 hours ago and nothing has happened. Does ECOWAS now have a credibility problem?
Now, he asked a question that, oh, is it true that ECOWAS have a credibility problem? That ECOWAS have not been able to stop the coups, or, I mean, yes, to resolve the issue that is going on in Niger Republic and all of that. I want you to listen to the response of Ajuri. In case you don't know who is Ajuri, of course, he's the official spokesman of the president. Please pay attention to this.
Frankly, that account is untrue. There have been moves to the effect that based on the consensus resolution passed by ECOWAS member heads of state at the last ECOWAS extraordinary meeting, on that authority, the chairman of ECOWAS and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has approved the issuance of a fresh slate of sanctions to be issued through the Central Bank of Nigeria on entities and individuals associated with the military junta in Niger Republic. So let us be clear. There has been a firm ultimatum that was based on a mandate that has been backed by ECOWAS protocols, which have been in place for years. And the ECOWAS member heads of state will not back down from their duty of upholding the protocols as agreed by all member states.
Okay, so let's talk about next steps then. There's a meeting of ECOWAS leaders on Thursday. Will President Tinubu be at that meeting pushing for military intervention?
The chairman of ECOWAS, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will be present at that meeting holding in Abuja, our great nation's capital. And indeed, his colleague heads of state in the ECOWAS community will also be present. We do not want to engage in any kind of speculative conjecture as to what our next steps will be, but certainly we will be fully committed, as we have been throughout this process, to upholding the ECOWAS protocols with respect to how ECOWAS member states will handle any illegitimate overthrow of constitutional order in any of the ECOWAS member states. And the same holds true for the scenario we're watching unfold in Niger Republic. We want to emphasize very clearly to the international community tonight that we stand unified in solidarity and in our determination not to hold brief for any other nation, not to adopt the position of any geopolitical position of any other country or group of countries, but to stand for Africa on an African position that we are determined to ensure that civilian democratic governance is sustained on the continent for the prosperity, security, and development of the countries on our beloved continent.
Okay, but at this stage, the question is how.
So you see now, you see that the city boy government is understand the game that is going on, right? You can actually hear it from the spokesman, Ajuri. My brother, the city boy government is a superior revolution. Are you getting me now? It's very, very clear. So the interviewer was pushing, oh, how is it that the ECOWAS is going to intervene militarily? Their focus is militarily. They want to cause fight. They have always been causing fight in Africa. But this generation, this time around, is different. Are you getting me now? And I love the responses of Ajuri. Very intelligent. That is why we said to you that the City Boy government is a government of unity and competency. Check out his competency. All the ministers, they are competent people. They are very, very good in their own specialties. You might not like it. You might look at something flaws, but each of them, they have specific purpose that they are going to deliver. And together with their intelligence, they're going to deliver success to Nigeria and Africa as a whole. You can see the intelligence of Ajuri. The government understand what they are trying to do. He said, no, we stand in solidarity, in unity, to make sure that Africa grows. That is our mission. It was that question, that was asked Ajuri was a target question. Now, as Ajuri explained what they are going to do, he said, oh, how? The question is how? Why do we need to tell? We have told you that ECOWAS have their guidelines to restore peace in Africa. ECOWAS have their guidelines. They have their procedure. They have their protocol. And you are still asking how. And the ECOWAS is going to follow their laid down protocol. And they have been doing it. They have been negotiating. They have been following the process. So what is your how? Because they want to hear something that will trigger confusion and violence in Africa. They are always interested. Have you ever asked yourself, why do they always succeed to trigger violence and confusion in Africa? The answer is simple. They scattered us by language. If you don't understand the story of the Bible that tells you how, what do they call it? The tower. Is it the tower? What is the word? The tower of what? Fell down. What is the word? What's the name of that tower? The tower that fell down to cause confusion by different languages. How did the tower fell down? How was the confusion setting? By introducing into different languages and culture. That caused the confusion. That is the Bible story. I told you, we learn from the Bible story. So the reason why they always succeed in causing confusion is because we don't speak one language, we don't understand ourselves, we have different culture, and they always use the differences in our languages and culture to incite the other people to cause the confusion and the problems. It's as simple as that. Ask yourself why Europe is more united. Because they have one language. They stick to their culture. They did not allow the influence of their oppressors to take over their land. Example, India. They keep to their religion, they keep to their culture, but they took what is good for them. They took technology. They took what will help them to build their country. Today, India is one of the best in IT, in software, in anything technology and innovation. But they still stick to their culture. They speak their language, even as they have different languages, but they have one common language that keep them together. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So ask yourself that question. Why did they keep pushing for whatever they want to? But we are blessed that we have a president and a country that is ready. You understand? So the question is, how are you going to do that? Sorry, guys. How are you going to do that? And I want you to listen to the response of Ajuri. Very intelligent, powerful. Are you getting me now?
And for Africa, because what ECOWAS now does could set some kind of precedent. Either there is firm action that deters the coup leaders from continuing, and that's precedent setting, frankly, for ECOWAS if it does happen, or there isn't. And that is a sign that perhaps ECOWAS, can't really do a whole lot when there is a coup in the region. After all, there have been coups in Mali, in Burkina Faso, and in Guinea in recent years.
Listen to the response, guys.
That was also the reality under different leadership. You would recall that in other countries, under the ECOWAS umbrella. There have been elections held since then. Newly elected leaders have emerged since then. And the reaction as a result will be different. But we want to be very clear about this. We are not taking the kind of simplistic and bifurcated approach that some international media have chosen to take, which is that either you must go in or you're not serious, or you stay out, and you're serious, or you stay out and you're not serious. We do not accept that simple narrative. What we are saying is that we have multiple levers on which we can leverage to achieve the end that we are seeking to achieve, which is to uphold the ECOWAS protocols by ensuring that there is a return of civilian democratic rule under the leadership of President Bazoum as duly elected by the people of Niger Republic. Now, whether that happens today or next week or next month, we will see. But we are determined to leverage on all elements of our power regionally to ensure that happens. And that is not limited only to military intervention, although military intervention has not and will not be taken off of the table.
All right, Chief Ajurin Galale, you're the official spokesperson for the Nigerian President Bola Tinubu. We appreciate you coming.
Did you see that? Very intelligent. We need to clap to Ajuri. Nigeria is back. Forget it. That was a clear message. We do not want to accept what the media, the international narrative, the fake propaganda, and the fake news that they have been sharing. Even the first question was propaganda and fake news. A jury have to debunk it and say, no, that is not true. So my brother, calm down. Calm down. The city boy is on the throne. Let the noisemakers, let them make their noise. Let the enemies, let them plot their evil. Let the oppressors or the wicked people or the haters of the city boy government, let them continue. Let them roll their drums. Let them play their drums. Let them do the worst that they can do. But you know what? The city boy always come out victoriously. He always win at the end of the day. I get it me now. That is why the city boy said, do not pity me. I applied for this job and I'm going to deliver. Are you getting it now? So relax. Calm down. Baby, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. The thing where they do me, they pay me for belly. Calm down. Hey, calm down. Calm down. The thing where they do me, they pay me for belly. Baby, calm down. Calm down. Obi, calm down. Atiku, calm down. All the wicked people, just calm down. If you have knowledge, if you have a better idea, the city boy is open. Look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala went to meet the city boy to suggest his own. Every other person that have idea, go there. The city boy knows what to do. But if you feel like you have something else to add, you can go and meet the city boy. The question I'm asking, why is Obi not going to tender his own idea to the city boy? Is Asoro pursuing him? Is Atiku, is the city boy pursuing Atiku from tendering his own idea to the city boy? No. Their intention is they feel that they can destabilize the country by sponsoring all kinds of criminality and fake news and propaganda everywhere. My brother, we are here. It will not succeed. It will not succeed. Are you getting me now? It will never succeed. The city boy is on the throne. Are you getting me now? The city boy is on the throne. You understand me? The city boy is on the throne. He defeated all defeatables. Asoro is open. If you have ideas, go there and tender your ideas. Not stay on fake media and social media and be running your propaganda and be talking rubbish. If you don't have any idea, keep quiet. You can only be shouting like the unwise TV. Every day they come and be shouting, oh, but I'm a professor. Sitting there on media talking. Oh, I read zoology. Go and bring idea if you have ideas. It's not president alone that's supposed to do it. Bring ideas. You have a part to play as a responsible citizen, as a patriotic citizen. Are you getting me now? So now all the noise, can you imagine now? All the noise and fake propaganda of IPOB, all of them now is already going down. Oh. Yet Obi has not become the president. Oh. Some people celebrated already that Obi has been declared. Obi has won in court. Obi is nowhere to be found. Oh. Obi is enjoying himself somewhere with one lady. We saw the picture of Obi with that lady enjoying himself. Are you getting it? So baby, calm down, calm down, calm down. The thing where they do me for belly, they pay me. See, just calm down. The city boy is on the throne. Are you getting me now? Your propaganda will not work this time around. What we need are patriotic Nigerians. That is why the city boy have announced what he's doing. And I've been telling you, for you to benefit from this government, go and learn a skill. If you have a skill, bring it on board. Look at that young lady that was appointed as part of the committee yesterday by the city board. 400 level student of, is it UI? University of Ibadan. 400 level students. She is still a student in University of Ibadan. She has now been appointed into the committee that the city boy set up yesterday. That is to tell you that the city boy is seeking for talent, skills, ideas that will deliver this country. It is true. Everybody have lots of problems. Even you have problems. So if you yourself you are not free from your problem, why do you think that Nigeria will be free from its problems? Everybody have problems. Every country have problems. Why don't you be part of the solution? Is it by making noise and running propaganda is going to save you? Is it by talking? We are going to catch all of you talking rubbish about Nigeria or abusing our president. When we start catching you, when we start punishing you, don't cry, yo. Because now he's sweeting you. The time he go to sweet us, he go to pay you. You understand me? Look at the city boy. Do you ever thought of it? That the city boy will select a young lady like that. 400 level, not yet graduate. He's almost graduating. 400 level student to be part of the committee set up yesterday. The committee of fiscal policy and tax reforms. The city boy choose that lady to be part of it. She must be intelligent. And some people started running a propaganda. Oh, maybe the father or the parents, they are stakeholders in the government, all kinds of. My brother, let your own parents be stakeholders. So that they will choose. They will choose you. Stop making noise. Are you getting me now? So for crying out loud, stop this nonsense propaganda and criminality. I have not seen any country that is talking down on their own country. It's only IPOB Biafra people. They champion talking down on their country and be talking rubbish. You see? So focus on what you can do. Go and learn a skill, talent, start business, start trading, start your company, pay your tax to benefit from the system. Now, yesterday, Ngozi Ikonjo-Iweala told us that it's a grassroots action, that they had meeting with the president. Of course, they are looking at grassroots actions that they are going to bring to the state and the local government. Some of you, you don't even stay in your state. You are running to Lagos and Akwa Ibom. You are not even in your state, so that when the resources come, you use it to develop your state. Some of you you will live in Lagos and you will collect the resources of the state in Anambra and you squander it in Lagos. And then you don't use it to do the work you're supposed to do in Anambra. So this is what we have been talking about. And it's so pathetic when we see people talking rubbish on social media. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling us from, please?
Hello?
Yes, tell us your name.
Hello?
And where are you calling us from?
My name is Godwin. I'm calling from UAE.
Godwin from UAE.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. What's your contribution?
Please, I want to thank... Hello?
What is your contribution? If you are calling me, you speak up. Okay? You say you want to thank somebody. So if you are calling, please speak up. Okay? We can hear you. So if you are calling us, just speak up. Though I did not open the line. but you keep calling me. So if you are calling us, speak up. Hello, please go ahead. Yes, I salute you.
I thank you so much for all your effort.
Yes.
May God reward you abundantly.
Amen.
No weapon fashioned against you by any IPOB or no government will find you and your family.
Amen.
We appreciate your effort for exposing all this criminality of these people. They don't want good thing for Nigeria. They always run all around with their propaganda. Negativities is their fantasy. They talk as if they are the only tribe in Nigeria. They want to mutilate everybody's opinion. If you don't follow their sentiments, they'll be threatening you. I don't know how people will live in community with people like that. Whereby freedom of speech is engraved in our constitution. They don't want anybody to speak anything except illegal sentiment. Nigeria is bigger than illegal. We only encourage illegal. If they want to go, pack yourself from every corner in Nigeria and go. It's just a pack your load. Pack your load to the truck and move. You are investment, move. Nobody's holding you down. We have encouraged you to sit down at home conveniently. We don't drag that with you. You think you are so superior than all Nigeria. You think you are the only one that have mouth that can abuse, that can insult, that can threaten death on the following season. I wonder what kind of world these people are living in. If we don't follow them, they will threaten with death. What kind of world is that? Who want to live with these people? Whereby you are not express your mind and your will. You must always be follow. You can do that among yourself. Nigeria is bigger than Indigo. Nigeria has over 300 tribes. The only one running around, shouting up and down, spinning negativity upon Nigeria is only Indigo. The only one their voice alone to be heard. Other people's voice must not be heard. Tinubu is doing this, Tinubu is going to Niger, Tinubu fuel is in the air, excuse me. Globally, economy is in recession. A lot of people are homeless. Millions are homeless in America. They are on a food package on charity in America. We don't have them talking down their country. We don't hear them spinning down about their president. No country in the world today is finding it easy. Here in UK, a lot of the people are doing demonstrations. They are protesting for job increase. Every NHS, teacher, everybody is feeling the pinch. But in Nigeria, illegal want to put down the whole house because they want their opinion to be superior than any other person. They feel they are so superior than any tribe in Nigeria. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? We encourage you to pack your luggage from Kaduna, Kano. Nobody's holding Indigo down. If you are here in Nigeria, so let you go. I will cost for that person. If you pack your property in everywhere in Nigeria, nobody's going to hold you down. It's very simple. Relocate all your businesses to the east. Pack all your set to east. There you go. You don't need to be running up and down, wasting your energy. You are running everything that comes from them is negative energy. They don't wish that country well. They don't want good thing for Nigeria. They only want their self alone. Whereas they were the one occupying everybody other person's spaces. They occupy Port Harcourt, they occupy Akayi Boston, they occupy Lagos, they occupy Abuja, they occupy Kaduna, they occupy every space in Nigeria. Nobody's worrying you people. But if you're running your mouth, do you think it's only you that have mouths? Listen and listen very well. What you did during Buhari regime This time around, the game have changed you. This is what. This whatever you want to do. And we are all in it together. We love our country. Our country is not zoo. Our country is not zoo. Because the zoo is meant for animals, but we are not animals. We are God's children. If you want to run your negativities, you can go and run in your 5 plots and do anything you want to do there. Nobody disturb you guys. Nobody even cares what go your 5 plots. Nobody, if you send unknowing government to buy anyone you want to buy it here, nobody give a shit. But let it be in your own 5 spot. This Tinubu government has come to stay. We are going to give him support, moral support, and patriotic citizen of this country.
Amen.
As is expected of the citizen to do for his own leader. No country in the world, no country, even Germany, that's not having issue. Even Russia, that's not having issue. Even Syria, even Libya, even Lebanon, even Turkey, even Kenya, that's not having issue. Everybody running around their leader. Only in the Indigo. Only if their food is not cooked well, Tinubu has done it. If their wife is not sleeping with them, Tinubu has done it. What a life! What a life! Do you think who listen to you at home? We have seen you people. We have seen you. We have seen your hypocrisy. We have seen you. We are not moron. We have watched your game. And you want to be president of Nigeria, a country you call Sue? A country you are not patriotic to? I dare you. I dare you. My brother, may God bless you. May God be with your family. May God refresh you.
Amen.
Any attack sent towards you will go back to the sender. You are doing your good will. You are supporting your country. You are doing what is expectable of a citizen of a country. To defend his fatherland. To protect his belonging. To protect his lost one. God will be with you. No weapon fashioned against Akwa Ibom State. We are not going to go to war. We are going to live and survive and enjoy our country. Although it might be tough today, but tomorrow is here. It's not doom and gloomy like Indigo. It's not that the whole house might collapse because obedient doesn't win the election. Nigeria is bigger than Indigo. I'm telling you, Indigo, pack your bag. From Kaduna, from Lagos, your property, anything, pack it. Your business is pack it. And fuck off.
That is our brother. He's firing them the way they fire us. Are you getting me now? So, yeah. So, if you want to call in, if you can call in and make your contribution straight up. You understand me? The person that called me earlier, was that a call or what? Because we don't understand what you're doing. Were you calling me or what? But that was not a call. So if you want to call, you can call in and make your contribution now, okay? If you want to call, you can call in and make your contribution. This is the time for you to call and make your contribution. So it is very, very clear that all the propaganda has failed. Trust me, it's going to continue to fail. Do you know why it's going to fail? Because they are based on lies and it's fake and it's propaganda. Just like they are sharing all kinds of things. You see, they know how to use information to fake things around. I get it me now. That is what they have been doing. Today I was asking one of them, remember how you people started a story that President Tinubu is not alive. He's a sick man. He cannot speak. He cannot talk. But all this while, he has been speaking and he has been talking and addressing issues. What happened? Hello, I salute you.
Hello, Sima. This is Olufunke calling from Manchester.
I salute you. Please go ahead.
Okay. These people, I really like the last speaker. He has said it all. Rome was not built in a day, so they should be patient. If they can't be patient, according to the last speaker, they should pack their baggages from other states that they claim they have built. They said they built Lagos, they built this, they built that state. So if they are not patient with the city boy, with our uncommon president, who is doing everything to get it right, he has spent almost 30 something, almost how many days, 70 something days, not 100 days yet, and he has performed wonders. So the city boy is really working, and we all commend this effort.
Yes.
Haters, you could, if they can't wait for him to do, even in a year, we will see great changes in Nigeria. But if they are so anxious to destabilize his government, they have failed. It's not going to work. All countries have their challenges. The entire world is going through recess. So a lot of people are having problems all over the world. There's inflation. It's not only in Nigeria. So everywhere has their own challenges. So they have to be patient. If they can't be patient, running propagandas will not solve anything. They are failed because a lot of people are in favor, they are in support of our able president. And we appreciate all he's been doing. Well done, Nsima.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you too.
Thank you.
You are doing a great work. I put some comment on the chat.
Yes.
I put some comment there. I appreciate the way you said failures. The way you define failures is really great.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you too.
Yes.
So have a blessed day.
And you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Yes, they have failed this time around. The city boy government is not going to be like Buhari government, where IPOB Biafra people run a propaganda for 8 years, trying to destabilize Buhari government. My brother, this is not going to be easy for you. Everybody now understand the propaganda of IPOB. Are you getting me now? Everybody now understand. I challenge you people to continue your sit at home. Why are you people ending your sit at home? Why are you people ending your sit at home? Continue. You understand me? Continue your sit at home. Don't end it yet. Just continue. It will give you Biafra. Some of you say the reason why you wanted your 2 weeks sit at home to release Nnamdi Kanu. My brother, 2 weeks never pass. Simon Ekpa, 2 weeks never pass. Did you even hear any comment from the city boy or from the government? And now you are already changing it. It's too early. Oh. It's too early. It's too early to stop. You said that when you do your 2 weeks sit at home, that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. That is your excuse. Nnamdi Kanu himself came out and said, no, the people that are enforcing sit at home are my enemies. They don't want them to release me. Oh. I have discovered that I am sorry for all the things I have done. Oh. Please, release me. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is saying now. And then the other one say, oh, when you do sit at home, Nnamdi Kanu, my brother, how far? I've told you that the time has changed. Ability to know when to start and when to stop is intelligence. You understand me? Ability to know when to start and when to stop, when to start something and when to stop it is intelligence. If you don't have it, you don't die. They say too much of everything and they keep. Even the food where they chop, they enjoy. If you chop them too much, if you buy you understand? So too much of everything, my brother, now in the quiet person. That is what we have been telling you. The city boy government is not like the other government. It has in fact, the era of stupidity and bad leadership is gone. We now have a president. It's not just the president. The combination of the uncommon city boy president, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the vice president himself as well, Shetima, the uncommon Senate president, Godswill Akpabio, and the uncommon Speaker of the House, my brother, you cannot defeat that combination. We saw the recent news today. It was today. The vice president of Nigeria, Shetima, had a meeting with some of these agricultural board on how they are going to make sure that they produce food, agriculture. They focus on agriculture in Nigeria to make sure that we are going to be producing our food. That was the meeting they had today. So, and just like I said, my topic is Tinubu is working. We are doing well already. Because when the foundation is laid, you will not see. Whenever a strong foundation is laid, people don't see the foundation of a house. They only see that the house is standing. Before the tree will begin to grow, leaves, bring green leaves, the root must have gone so deep. People don't see those ones. And you don't know the hard work before that root could get to the ground, before the leaves can now start growing and become very strong. That is what the city boy is offering us. Now, let me go to the next stage before I close this broadcast. This is 2 hours. I'm going to close this broadcast by saying this so that we understand our problem. And that's why I'm saying that Nigeria is back. Do you know what? Because the city boy that you see there has been there for so many years. 30 years experience. He has been there when Nigeria was working, when Nigeria failed, during the military and during democracy. The city boy has been there. So I don't understand what you can do. The people that we expected to bring Nigeria back on track was Obasanjo. He did not. Now we have a leader in the city boy, Tinubu, that is bringing back the country. Remember what I said? Tinubu was in Nigeria when things were working. He was part of the people who benefited from good Nigeria resources. He went to school abroad. He came back, brought the knowledge back home. You understand me? He did so many things and still came back home. He knew when things were working in Nigeria. He knew when things started failing in Nigeria, the military, whatever, government or whatever that happened, and now democracy. So he's going to fix it. The mandate is on him. Just like I said, the stolen mandate that was stolen, the June 12th struggle, is on him. That is the fulfillment of that stolen mandate of Abiola and all of that. He's going to deliver the country. He has the mandate. It's in his hands. The problem of the country is very easy. Nigeria and Africa is not the only countries that was colonized by their oppressors. But one thing we failed is leadership. Our leaders failed us. Now we have it back. So it is now turn for you. You also have a part. Now that we have leadership in place, you as a citizen, you need to play your own part so that you can sustain that leadership. What is your part? To hold your leaders accountable. Now, we now have a leader that has supplied all the monies, all the funds that we need for the development of our state. President Tinubu have given the governors money to develop our state as it stands now. You have a right. It is your responsibility to hold your governors in your state, in your local government, to make sure that they use the money that President Tinubu have given to them. In this month, last month, July, and even this month, they are going to get more money, 3 times of the normal federal allocation. It is your responsibility to hold them accountable. If you fail to hold them accountable, then you have failed. The development of the country, the implementation of the policies is no longer in the hands of the federal government. It is in the hands of the state governors. Go and ask your governors. Go and find out from your governors. What are they doing? What are they using the money that the president have given to them? What are they using it for? I can see other state governors. They are announcing what they are using their money for. What is your own governor doing with the money that they are giving to them? 3 times the normal federal allocation. Now, there is one important message I'm going to share before I leave this broadcast. The reason why we are the way it is today. But it is back. Nigeria is back because we now have a president that understands where we missed it for a very long time. And just like I started to tell you, Nigeria was not the only country that was colonized, oppressed by their oppressors. Other countries has recovered and they have made it. They have become the superpower today. Ask yourself, what happened? What went wrong? What do we miss? What did we miss? Today I'm going to tell you, but I will put it in a very short video so that other people can see it because this video is too long. But let me just add it to this video today before I end this broadcast. Now, let me show you something that you have not seen before, if nobody have told you. But let me show you the reason why Nigeria has been like this. Because we missed something. and nobody has been that pay attention to mention it or educate us about. Hello.
The town hall.
Different from Baba Blue. Yes.
Uncommon Nsima Akparawa from Akwa Ibom. Thank you very much. I think God really preserve you and make you useful to Nigeria. And the way you are open our eyes, a lot of people's eyes, I give you kudos. I give you kudos. You really and these people very, very, very well. In fact, you make us to know what we don't know. Our eyes more clearer now. And like we said yesterday, regarding this criminal as IPOB terrorism, everybody should take them serious. We should take them serious. And everybody across each state should start speaking out, should start protesting. We should start dragging our governors. We need to start sending these people package out to go back to their 5 states. We can't continue with set of unpatriotic people like this. They are scattered everywhere. They have the same mission. They think the same way. Both they are illiterate. The one that we believe maybe they go to school a little bit. The one that they celebrated among them, all of them, they think the same way. They are not really patriotic to Nigeria. They don't believe in it. All they want is to continue to bring the country down. Like we say, go outside Nigeria. They are the one you find them spoiling Nigeria image. Anything bad, you see them there. These criminal IPOB Igbos, you see them there. Anything within Nigeria too again, sponsoring propaganda, fake news, misleading information. Look at what happened to Nigeria today. They are going everywhere sponsoring propaganda, fake news. In fact, I've never seen a country in this world that they are sponsoring propaganda, fake news like this, like these people. Every day, both what happened with the election, after the election, court proceeding, they continue sponsoring fake news propaganda. How to bring the government down is their determined. Every person that's ready to help the country to grow, to continue in a prosperous way, they will go there sponsoring fake news, propaganda, misleading information. So I think it is we should take them more serious as you are used to continue coming out every day, telling us more about these people, trying to educate Nigerians more about these people. I think it is time now for us to look inward and start taking this upon ourselves. We need to find permanent solution. I think these people, we start kicking them out. They should go back to their 5 states. We can't keep one Nigeria like this, whereby some element of criminals, in the name of IPOB, they'll be somewhere creating problem. All they know is to bring the government down. That is their target. I don't know what they want. Any enemy of Nigeria today, they will go there and be making a friend with them. Imagine they are making a friend with Niger, the coup plotters in Niger. They are supporting them. Upon all the attack they give to Buhari for that 8 years, just because he was trying to build a road between Baradi and Kano. Nothing they didn't say. I don't know how come they are able friend to bandits. All the bandits, Boko Haram from all those Niger, they are their best friend. They are pledging loyalty to them. They will fight with them. Imagine a set of people like that. So I think it's the best time that the state, the citizen, every Nigerian should stood up. Like you said yesterday, by the time we start disturbing, we start dragging them, federal government will know what to do. Because I can't even believe it. Their fake news, baseless propaganda is getting out of hand. They create more distraction, attention with their fake news propaganda, trying to mislead everybody. So, and again, they will go there and be making noise. Nothing they didn't say. They will drag all the judges in the Supreme, in the tribunal, they drag them up. the powerful envoy from IMF, they tracked that woman. Nobody didn't track. And they keep claiming that they are stolen mandate. They are in the court. They can't even claim how, they can't even explain or claim how they won the election. No single state will be accountable to say, I won this state. Not Tinubu, nothing. All is fake news propaganda. He carried drugs, he did this, they should disqualify him. All nonsense like that. So they can't, and so forth. They did that to Buhari to pretend that how Buhari government, we know how it ended. So we can't continue with set of people like this. I really thank you very much, Isima, to be honest. Sometimes when I keep listening to you, keep hammering how they are, their mission, their intention. We keep continuing hammering it. Now it's sinking to our brain very well. It really getting more majority of Nigeria more angry. I really salute the Northerners for their patience with these people. I don't think we can't continue. We can't take it. No. We will not allow them to bring this government down. We will not allow them to use propaganda to rubbish this government. And I'm now begging the state governors again, they should start reading riot acts to these people. Any state governor across the country should start reading a riot act to them. If you want to remain within a particular state as an IPOB terrorist from Southeast, you should behave yourself. You can't be living in a particular state, be sponsoring propaganda news, think you score free. No, the state governor should stand up, and again, everybody should stand up now against these people, to be honest. And I'm begging, I know they are listening to the federal government, and everybody should listen to Isima. All the advice we have been giving to us, we should start taking action now. It's not that we could just say it and leave it, because these people will continue. It's like they are not being a scapegoat among them. By now, Nnamdi Kanu should go and visit Chicago, his brother there. By now, they should have, eliminated him. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. They should take action now. All this one, they should free him. Tell them, I trust Tinubu will not free him. Nothing will happen. They should start taking action against these people. Now, we can't continue living there, because what we are doing is now we are rubbing their head. That's why they keep continuing this propaganda, this fake news. Every day they will continue manufacturing fake news propaganda, spoiling the image of the country, trying to blackmail the government. So I'm begging everybody now, and the federal government, the people around Aso Rock, the people, each governors, they should start taking these people, putting more action on them. We need to hear from our state governors. We need to hear from our federal government. We need to hear from different NGOs. We need to hear from everybody. We have to come together and end these people. End propaganda. We can't continue. We can't allow this thing to continue more, because it's getting to our nerves too much. They are pushing us to the wall. And we will start to reiterate. We can't continue. We can't just open our eye, seeing a group, just one tiny people from one small, so-called their five plot, trying to bring us down. This is about our country. This is about our future. This is about our next generation. We can't allow them. What did they want? They want to dominate everybody. It is impossible. They still live in the past. They live in the past. It is not going to happen for any Igbo terrorist IPOB to dominate the rest of it. It can't happen. They tried doing Jonathan. They failed. No, we have seen where they are going. So it can't happen. When they get tired, they will leave the country. Thank you very much, Isima. Let me stop here. I kudos you. I salute you. And I hope everybody is hearing now. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. I so much appreciate you. Thank you very much. Guys, we have done 2 hours. I don't know if there's any other person that wants to call in. I wanted to show you this video before we go, or this information. The reason why things have been the way it is because our leaders failed us. Because we are not the only country that was colonized in the past. Our leaders failed us during, of course, from 1967, even before that time, when they collapsed our regional system. It's not just our regional system that was collapsed. So many other things happened before then. But there are some other countries that was also been colonized or oppressed during that time. But today they have made it, and they are recovered, and they have stood for themselves, and they are fighting for themselves. And today they are making it. But it's like Nigeria and Africa is still going backward. But thank God for the city boy for coming and taking charge of this government, because this is the way forward. But I want to show you so that you understand this, and hopefully I will make it in a very short video that people can maybe share it later. Okay, because this video is too long. Many people might not have the patience to get to this point. So let me just tell you something. Other people came or went to Africa or other places to colonize them, oppress them. But something different happened in India and other countries. Something different happened in India and other countries. When I received this message from one of my friends, I said, yes, this is what I've actually been looking for. And I'm going to use this to share with other people to understand what we have been talking about. We have established that military coup is not the solution of the challenges in Africa. Military coup is not the end of the external forces or Western forces in Africa. Can never be the end, because they are still the ones sponsoring the military coup. That is not the solution. What we need is leadership. A true leader that can lead the country to serve the people and to deliver democracy to the people, or even leadership to the people. That is what we need. A true leader that understands the challenges. And it's not just when I hear them, some people say young people should come and lead us. I have given them example of young people that have led our country, even our state, other countries that have not brought solution. Whether young person or no, if you don't have the information, if you don't know who you are, your true identity, and if you are not educated, remember I said, education is not going to university to get a degree. After all, most of us in Nigeria, we are the highest educated people all over the world. But our problem is still much. So education is not getting a classroom lecture or university lecture. No, it's beyond that. Education is knowing who you are, your history, and politics around you. That is the true education. Because any other job you need to do, you must be trained. It's part of safety. You must be trained. If you are actually a genuine professional, you must be trained. It doesn't matter experience you have. You must be trained to do the job. And if you have not done the job before, you must be trained to do it. You must start from somewhere, and that place is training. So you don't need PhD, masters to work in anywhere. Are you getting me? So the education that you people know in Nigeria or talk about is classroom education, the same education that was designed for you by your oppressors, that has not liberated Africa or Nigeria as we speak. But do you know the education that they have in those countries that oppress you, in those countries that took over your resources? That education is different. They have apprenticeship. Do you know anything about apprenticeship? You don't know. Do you know anything about internship? You don't know. Do you know it? You don't know. Do you know anything about college? You don't even value it. You don't value college in your country, in your state. All you think about university. It is beyond university. You need education. The kind of education you need is about who you are, your true identity, your history, and politics around you. Now, let me share this with you because I don't want to waste too much of time on this. Listen and pay attention to this.
Nigerians and Indians were both colonized by the British, but the Indians rejected the British culture.
Did you hear that? Because of the audio, I need to be cutting it, except I need to take it out for copyright. He said that Nigeria and India were colonized as well. We don't care who colonized, whether it was British or whatever. British people colonized a lot of countries, including America, if you don't know. But today, so this presenter on this program said that India and Nigeria were also colonized at the same time. But do you know what happened? The Indians, they rejected something. Pay attention to it.
Rejected the British religion. They rejected the British food. They rejected the British way of doing things.
So they said that the Indians, they rejected the people that colonized them food, their culture, and their religion. Go and find out what I'm telling you. The people that oppressed them, the Indians, they rejected those people, their culture, their food, and their religion. But we were colonized at the same time. But the Indians, they rejected those people, their culture, and their food. What else? What else did they reject?
And hold on to the British technology.
You see it? They rejected their culture, their food, and everything, but they keep wanting technology, ideas, innovation. But what did Nigeria do? Do you know what your country did? Did you know what your country did? Pay attention.
And then we, the Nigerians, that is us Africans, accepted the British culture, the British dress code, the British food, the British.
Did you hear that? Nigeria people, when we tell you, you say, oh no, you want to do this. Look at the difference. It is something, this is the kind of lecture that we need. You and I, your own leaders, because I was not born then, I came and they taught us, they indoctrinated us into what we see today, our leaders. That's why I said what happened at some point was failure of leadership. Our leadership failed us. They failed us. But as at that time, Indians, they came, or they wanted to, you know what happened in India now? The freedom of Indian people. You want us to go back to the story? Do you know what they did? They boycotted all boycottables that sent their colonial masters packing from India. But guess what they did? They rejected every other thing. They rejected the culture of their oppressors. They rejected the food of their oppressors. They rejected the religion of their oppressors. They hold on into one thing: technology, innovation. But what did you do in Nigeria and Africa? The brother said, Nigeria, that is us, Africans. We went ahead, embraced their culture. Today, you don't even appreciate your own culture. You even look at your culture and say it's inferior. We went ahead and embraced their food. Today, I see some of us, we don't want to eat with our hands. You want to use the spoon. You want to be clean and that. But them, that is their culture. That's why they are using their spoon. You have your own. You can't promote it. When you go there, you are the one that want to change your tongue to speak like them. But they cannot change their tongue to speak like you. Did you see it? I remember that somebody was sharing the story. They say in our schools those days, they say don't speak vernacular. How many of you remember? Don't speak vernacular. You must speak English. Don't speak vernacular. That was the beginning of our problem. So to solve it is to correct this. It's not military coup. It's not running propaganda. It's not Biafra. It's not rubbish that you are talking. When I listen to you, I know that you are out of your senses. Did you hear that? So I will continue this conversation. There's no need to continue to play because of copyright. There's music there. But I will play this later. I will do a short video, take out the music, and do a short video so that you understand what I'm telling you guys. But we know that Nigeria is bad. Do you know why? Because we now have a leader who understands, who is educated. We now have a president that is educated. His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And remember the definition for education. He knows the history, he knows his true identity, and he understands politics. That's why Nigeria is back. And he also has the capacity and the team that is going to help him deliver excellence and success to Nigeria and Africa across the world. We missed it. Many of you will be wondering, Sima, why you started wearing this thing? You don't understand the reason why I started wearing this our dress, this our clothes. You don't know the reason. Some of you don't know the reason, Abi. Now you begin to understand. When I hear some people say, where is certificate? You are still having the mentality of your colonial masters. You hear some of the IPOB Biafra people, they say, where is Tinubu's certificate? My brother, the man will not get certificate, now he become president. So you will get certificate, you know if you become president. You are running propaganda. Can't you see where the intelligence is? You will get certificate, you are running away from the Southeast. You never develop the Southeast. All you do is to sponsor criminality and propaganda on social media. The man will not get certificate. Tinubu developed the Southeast, Lagos, that today you are running to. Every day you ask certificate, you are still running with the mentality of your slave masters, man. But this time around in this government, it's not going to work for you. Do you understand? It's not going to work for you. Because anytime we say, you say, where is certificate? Which certificate? How many people own certificate in Africa, in Nigeria? Even your favorite journalist, his name is Dr. Ruben Abate, holds a professor certificate, PhD in journalism, is working for a man who do not have certificate. Before you know, they will write in my broadcast, mark it, you will regret it. Mark, my brother, this is my destiny. And I'm taking it with my hands. You understand me? This is my destiny. If I'm going to regret what I'm doing, let me regret it. Okay? Why is my regret your regret? Why is it now your problem? Nsima, you are going to regret what you are doing. I'm exposing the criminality and the wickedness of IPOB and Biafra criminals running propaganda. Each time they think that they're educated, where is certificate? Tinubu, where is certificate? But you owe your own certificate. You have not achieved anything. You can't even become president. You are making noise. You couldn't even save your people from your propaganda of IPOB. You are making noise. I just told you that your certificate is rubbish. Because right now you don't even have work. Because you think that going to university in Nigeria, in Africa, is what is going to give you work. But that is not the truth. They deceive you. Yet you have not still woken up. I've just told you the foundation of your problem. You were not the only country that was colonized. That's why, if you listen to my broadcast, I don't join people that blame the colonial masters or oppressors for what happened to us in Africa. I don't join them to blame it. I say, now, we are here now. What are we doing right now? We are here. And I don't want to be part of the generation that will be blaming people that have died many years ago for what they did. And that is what the city boy is doing. Are you seeing the city boy complain? His focus. He must deliver his mandate to the people of Nigeria so that Nigerians will never forget his legacy. That is what the city boy wants to achieve. And we know he's going to achieve it. So you forget your culture, you forget your language, you forget your food and your true religion. You went ahead to embrace your oppressor's religion. That is why today you are suffering. If you want to revive it, go back to your true identity. Get education. What is the education? You need to know your true identity, your history, and politics around you. That is the true education that you missed. India was also colonized and oppressed. Today, you cannot compare the technology in India to you in Nigeria and Africa. You cannot. What did you embrace? You embrace religion and culture. Today, if you go to Nigeria, you will see many this thing everywhere. Religious houses everywhere. That is the only thing you embrace. You even added it in your movies. You never embrace anything, technology and innovation. That is the problem. That is the true problem. So when I see young Nigerians and Africans come out to say, oh, we want to take back what are stolen from us, I say, what is the solution? They say military coup. I say, you don't know what you are saying. You don't even have the technology to develop your resources. You will still need help from external people, from foreigners, from people that have the technology. What you need is leadership. The leadership that have the ability to negotiate. Negotiation is one of the biggest skills of leadership. Communication is one of the biggest skills of leadership. Being smart like the city boy. Go and ask him. He will tell you. We need to now study the leadership, the secret, the skills, the excellency of our leader, of our president. His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is what we must begin to learn, because that knowledge is so powerful. How he has been able to navigate against all odds from the military to now, when people were dying, when people were on exile, the city boy succeeded, defeated it, and now is the president of the country to set the country free, my brother. This is our focus. Don't allow people to be running propaganda on social media and be deceiving you. They have run it for 10 years. It did not succeed. So don't join them. It's not going to help you. So this is where I draw the curtain, guys. Thank you very much. Of course, we continue to pray for the city boy, guys. Let us end this broadcast. Let it not be too long. This is 2 hours, 30 minutes. Please, let us end this broadcast today. We will continue again. I'm not going to be able to read all your comments, but I can see all your comments. I will read it, and maybe I take some ideas from it. But let us end this broadcast today. The message is very clear. Tinubu is working. We are already doing well because the right foundation has been set, and is still setting the right foundation, putting the right foundation in place so that the house will be able to stand properly. That is what the city boy is doing, and Nigeria is back. We will continue to pray for our president, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to continue to be strong and healthy, to select the right team so that we work with him to achieve success in Nigeria. That is our prayers. That is all our prayers. As we are praying, we are doing it. You understand? As we are praying, we are doing it. We pray for our president to be strong and healthy and to choose the right team of people that is going to work with him to achieve success. Anybody that comes with propaganda, anybody that is that wants to come and join him, that want to come and bring failure or to deceive him will fail before they get there. The city boy will work with the right people that is going to bring prosperity to this country. That's our prayers. And we pray for all of us to be strong and healthy, to witness this new government, this new Nigeria, this renewed hope that the city boy is a champion. That is our prayers. May God bless you. May God bless our president. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Stay blessed until I come your way next time. Of course, you know my name. My name is Akparawa Nsima, the first son of Idu. I'm from Akwa Ibom. Our job is to make sure that we continue to fight in order to protect and to defend our land. Stay blessed and bye for now, guys. Bye-bye.